And now you have a surplus thanks to who? Your super mayor, your supervisor, Tiffany Henyard, the people supervisor. So won't you talk about my accolades and my business degree and all the other accolades that I pose here as a supervisor?
Claiming credit for a surplus and touting her super mayor status, Tiffany Henyard isn't shy about highlighting her accomplishments. But with her bold declarations about accolades and a business degree, critics are asking, is this confidence or an attempt to overshadow the mounting controversies surrounding her leadership?
The board is hurting people. They're hurting our residents. I don't care if you don't like me, don't like somebody on this board. It does not matter. What matters is you come here and you take care of your responsibility and take care of the business here at the township.
Accusing the board of neglecting their duties, Tiffany Henyard urges them to put personal differences aside and focus on the community. But is this a call for accountability or a deflection from her own controversies? The tension is high, and residents are left wondering who's really looking out for their interests. Thornton and Dolton are caught in chaos, and it all points to one name, Tiffany Henyard. Buildings locked, residents without critical services, and insurance lapses, leaving taxpayers at risk. Trustees are boycotting, accusations are flying, and legal battles are mounting. In Dolton, a judge just shut down Henyard's power moves, blocking her questionable appointments. Meanwhile, in Thornton, residents face a township shutdown as Henyard fights to hold onto control. This political firestorm isn't just messy, it's dangerous. Stick around as we unravel the layers of mismanagement, power struggles, and the potential fallout that could change everything. Hey guys, I am Olivia. Welcome to Red Rumbles, where the truth behind the headlines takes center stage. From explosive celebrity drama to heated boxing showdowns and chaotic political controversies, we bring you the stories that shake the world. If you're here for no-nonsense takes, gripping analysis, and the twists you didn't see coming, you're in the right place. Don't miss out, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you're always in the loop. Let's break it all down and keep the rumble going. Tiffany Henyard isn't shy about promoting herself. From calling herself the super mayor to boasting about her accomplishments, her speeches often focus more on her ego than the needs of her constituents.
Tiffany Henyard actually has 2 political jobs on 2 public payrolls, as mayor of South Suburban Dolton, or as she calls herself, super mayor.
Her recent public address left many frustrated, with critics noting her lack of focus on real issues plaguing Dolton and Thornton. Rather than providing clarity, her words felt like a distraction. Henyard's tone suggested she was more interested in defending her reputation than addressing the growing dissatisfaction among residents. The backlash has been loud and clear. Her leadership is no longer inspiring confidence. What's your take on this? Is it time for Henyard to put her constituents first? Share your thoughts below. The cracks in Henyard's leadership are becoming impossible to ignore. Critics describe her as someone who reacts defensively when challenged, using aggressive tactics instead of seeking solutions.
I already spoke to the lawyers, and then we will start making preparations today. So tomorrow will be the first day, probably when our buildings will get shut down. The seniors, they utilize the transportation to go to dialysis, to the doctor, to the store, things of that nature.
Her latest decision to block access to township buildings and halt essential services has left residents in a bind. One of the most troubling examples comes from Thornton Township, where vital programs like heating assistance and transportation have been disrupted. With insurance left to lapse, Henyard's decisions are impacting everyday lives. For residents like Darlene Lewis, who relies on these services during the harsh winter, this is more than a political misstep, it's a matter of survival. At the heart of the chaos is Henyard's failure to renew township insurance. This oversight has left buildings, vehicles, and operations vulnerable to legal and financial risks. Trustees Chris Gonzalez and Carmen Carlisle have been vocal about the issue, refusing to approve Henyard's preferred appointee for a vacant board seat.
Scott, the meeting wrapped up early because two trustees, as you mentioned, did not show up, Chris Gonzalez and Carmen Carlisle. Without them, not enough board members were present to make official decisions.
Gonzalez has pointed out that insurance renewals never required a vote in the past. So why the delay now? Observers argue that Henyard is using this situation to exert pressure on the trustees, turning an administrative task into a political power play. Shockingly, Township buses are still operating without insurance, a move that puts residents and the Township at risk. This decision not only violates basic safety protocols, but also raises questions about Henyard's priorities. Should insurance be politicized? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. For Thornton Township residents, the consequences of Henyard's actions are painfully clear. Office closures mean people can't access essential services. Phone lines go unanswered, and programs meant to support low-income families have come to a standstill. Imagine relying on assistance for heating or transportation, only to find the doors locked and no one available to help.
And that main building was locked. No one was answering the main phone lines, and some services that are offered there are for electric and heating for low-income homes. We spoke to Henyard spokespeople today and trustees who are calling it a ploy.
Residents like Lewis, who can't cook or heat their homes, face immediate dangers as temperatures drop. The situation is dire, and Henyard's focus on consolidating power rather than serving the public has left many feeling abandoned. The courts have also stepped in to curb Henyard's overreach. Cook County Judge Thaddeus Wilson recently blocked her from appointing key officials, such as a police chief and township administrator, without board approval. This ruling underscores the growing concerns about her disregard for established protocols. One of her most controversial appointees, Ronnie Bergs R., lacked the qualifications required by Illinois law to serve as a police chief.
Last month, the judge issued a temporary restraining order blocking her from making those appointments without approval from trustees.
Despite this, Henyard allowed him to wear the uniform, blurring the lines between authority and legality. Her actions have drawn criticism for undermining the integrity of local governance. Do you think courts should intervene more in local politics to prevent such overreach? Let us know in the comments. The frustration among residents is palpable. Township offices remain locked, and the lack of communication has left many feeling helpless. The community is now demanding accountability, with residents voicing their anger at public meetings and on social media. For many, the shutdown isn't just an inconvenience, it's a betrayal of trust. Thornton Township has long been a resource for low-income residents, providing critical support during challenging times.
Deep debt, and that is the finding of an investigation of village finances and the spending habits of beleaguered Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
Henyard's decisions have disrupted this safety net, leaving people to fend for themselves. Henyard's actions seem to be part of a larger strategy to consolidate her control. By refusing to collaborate with trustees and disrupting township operations, she's creating a crisis that forces others to bend to her will. Critics argue that this behavior reflects a deeper issue, a lack of respect for democratic processes. Instead of working with others to find solutions, Henyard is focused on maintaining her position at all costs. This has not only alienated her colleagues, but also eroded public trust. Do you think power struggles like this are common in local politics? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. The calls for change are growing louder. Community members are organizing to hold Henyard accountable, with many pushing for new leadership.
New at 10 tonight, renewed calls for a change at the top in South Suburban Dolton.
Of course, we are talking about Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
The hope is that future representatives will prioritize the needs of the community over personal ambitions. One resident put it bluntly, "We need leaders who care about us, not their own egos." This sentiment is echoed by many who are tired of the dysfunction and eager for a fresh start. As 2025 approaches, Henyard's political future looks uncertain. With legal challenges mounting and public support waning, she faces an uphill battle to retain her position. Many believe her actions will lead to further scrutiny, potentially resulting in indictments once she's out of office.
We cannot let her get back to be the mayor, and we already know she's not going to win that supervisor seat.
For the residents of Dolton and Thornton, the focus is on rebuilding. Community leaders and activists are stepping up to advocate for transparency and accountability. Their goal is to restore trust and ensure that local government serves the people, not personal agendas. Do you believe Dolton and Thornton can recover from this? Share your optimism or concerns in the comments. That's the latest on Tiffany Henyard's troubled tenure. Her decisions have left a lasting impact, but the community's resilience offers hope for a better future. What do you think? Is this the end of the line for Henyard, or can she turn things around? Let us know in the comments. Your voice matters. Don't forget to subscribe to Red Rumbles for more updates and hit the notification bell so you never miss out. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.